welcome to yourmainewedding.com. In today's video, I'm going to give instructions for vendors on how they can sign up, create, or claim their listing. So to start off, the first thing we're going to do is you're going to land here on the home page. You'll see a button in the top menu that says couple login. Another way is down the page. It'll say get started today. Both of these buttons will take you to the same place. When this pops up, it'll say login couple account. If they're not a couple, you can do so here. Well, that's another video. But if you're a vendor, you'll notice this login down here. Under the vendor login, if you already have a login, username and password, you do so. You just put your username and password in here. If you do not, you click join now. All these fields are required. So you'll do your first name, what you want the username to be. I encourage you to utilize a username that is familiar with your business. So for instance, if you have My Wedding Service is the name of your company, you'd want a username that is closely affiliated with that same company or business name. You'll use your email address, choose a password. You'll put in the actual company name, website, contact number, address, zip code, and choose a category. If for some reason a category is not listed in the drop down here, please contact us at info@yourmainewedding.com and we'll make sure that that gets in there. But in most circumstances, you should be able to utilize the categories that are listed here. Now you would normally hit the sign up button. I'm going to hit close because we already have a login for this tutorial. And I'm going to go ahead and hit login. You'll see successfully logged in, and it'll immediately take you to the vendor dashboard. Now from here, you have a menu that goes across the top. These buttons are the same as the main menu items that are out on the home page that the public sees. You have a drop down here that is your dashboard, your profile, what pricing plan you choose, your listing or listings, request quotes. Those are ones that are coming into you from couples. Any invoicing if you do choose to upgrade your plan. Otherwise, it will be listed there with no problem. And then you have reviews. Couples can leave reviews. Those will be listed here. That menu is the same menu that is over on the left-hand side, including the logout button. You can collapse the menu so that you can see it in full screen. You can do so in the upper left-hand corner that's listed over here. And then we'll just sort of start in. This is your dashboard. We have implemented placeholders that's Your Maine Wedding. This is the recommended size for your banner. You can use a brand image. This could be a logo, icon, whatever you choose. We recommend 150 by 150, which is pretty standard. To edit these, you just simply click the pencil that's here or here. And you go down through any of those things. When you click on edit, it takes you to my profile. You can do so by hitting the edit button I did or choosing my profile here or here. Either one takes you to the same place. Now, this is in here because we did this as a demo, but this is where you would put your name, email, phone number, your private address. This is your business information. It gets listed in here. You get to list from the categories of locations. Again, if there's one that's not here, please let us know. You can change your password, doing so in here, and you can list social media accounts. Highly recommend you do these. You can add as many as you would like. Just continue to keep adding social media accounts and list them as you need to. If you need to delete some, change them, you do so with a little trash can that's over here. Once you have created your profile, you can move down, and as this is a free plan, so you get one listing. I'm currently utilizing in this demo 0 of 1. This one is not published yet. But in this, I'm going to use an example. You can hit add, which basically will open up this window. So to create your listing, you put in the title of what that is. It can be your business name again. Remember that a listing is different than your vendor profile. You can write any of the information that you'd like to. This is basically a description. It can be as long or as short as you need to. You do get 5,000 characters. It's just for the search purposes on the back end of the website. This is the category that you can choose from. The location. It will pre-populate with wherever you have selected the location to be based off of your vendor account, but there are people who have multiple locations, and so you can do that as well. As far as the map is concerned, it is not directly associated with the entry of the address. To move your pin, you simply zoom in as far as you need to, and then you would grab the pin and move it on the map to your closest proximity. It will automatically populate your longitude and latitude as necessary. Pretty simple. And again, you can zoom right in so that you could select various places. In here, under your images, you can add images to your gallery. When you go to add images, I'm going to use one of the ones that we've loaded in here. If you need to put captions in, sometimes this is good for photo credit or things like that, or description. You do so all within these here. You don't necessarily have to fill this information in. It will automatically populate as necessary, but more importantly, it's the caption that you'll want to make changes to if you want to give photo credit. In the pricing, we strongly recommend that you list out your pricing. Even if you just do a very broad stretch of pricing. So for instance, let's say your service is usually on average about $2,500. It could ebb and flow. I realize this is a very touchy and sort of ever moving topic because we all, if you're in this industry, we all know that not all the pricing is the same. Some couples may ask or want to remove certain services for whatever their budget needs are. But if that was the case, then I would do a range that's probably between, say, $1,000 and $5,000, somewhere in there, so that your $2,500 is kind of in the middle. In here, these are your working hours. You can specify on how you want that to be displayed out on the website. It can be your office hours. You can be, some places like to say that they're open 24 hours because they will answer emails, inquiries, or questions 24 hours. It's entirely up to you. You can do videos, but they need to be hosted someplace else. So if you have a YouTube channel and you want to put a video on here, you get one video. You just put the address in here and it will put it into the listing profile. If you'd like to list out your staff, team members, coworkers, whatever you want to call them, you add them in here. You can add them as you need to, what their position is. You can give a little description. You can even put in a picture. If you have frequently asked questions, ones that you're asked quite often, you can add those. The title is the question, and then the description would be the answer. Add as many as you would like. If you are a vendor or a listing that has any sort of food, you can add those in here. It will populate the questions to ask if you've selected that from one of the categories. If there are room facilities, if you're a venue that offers different types of rooming, either overnight or associated with the rental itself, they'd be listed here. And if you have vendors that you work with or know of, they can be, and they already have a listing, you can select them from here and partner with them. When you're all done, you hit submit listing, and at that point you've created a listing. When we come down through to the next part here, if there are requests that have been made on behalf of couples for your services, they would show up here. That's blank right at the moment, but as they come in, you can manage them really easily from here. And the same holds true for reviews. So if reviews come in on your server, you'll be able to respond to those, acknowledge those, work with the couples from there. All right, so that is how to create a listing and set up a vendor account. There'll be more videos to come. Be sure to check out how to claim a listing in one of our other videos listed on our YouTube channel. Thank you.